Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I
Okay.
don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding. All right.
Thank you. You may be seated. In the matter of Katie Hamilton versus Mitchell Riley, Ms. Hamilton, you're suing him for $1,200, and he's countersuing you for $2,500. His proposal put you in the hospital?
Yes, Your Honor. So I'm suing him because he put an engagement ring into my champagne glass, which I swallowed and then had to go to the emergency room to make sure that I didn't have any internal injuries.
Must have been so tiny you couldn't see it, right?
Yes.
It's the thought that counts.
It's a
He could
thought
have
that
thought
counts.
a little
that
harder,
counts.
Your Honor.
An engagement ring in your champagne glass.
Yes,
What'd you do, just gulp down the glass?
I did. I was a little inebriated before the proposal, but I was nervous and I was trying to get a little liquid courage.
Now,
and so
that's the first. So where were you when he gave you the engagement ring?
We were at my favorite restaurant, Felix. It's a steakhouse. And he set it up. It was a table that we had our first date at. He had 2 champagne glasses on, and when I first sat down, he grabbed my hands and he was starting just spewing, bubbling how much he loved me and he much appreciated me and all this stuff. And I was ready to end the relationship, so I stopped him. And
You were ready to end the relationship on the night of your proposal?
yes, Your Honor.
He didn't know you at that point?
Your Honor, he
As a
doesn't pick up
marriage?
on context clues that well.
Your Honor, she doesn't speak up about her mom.
Wow, so why were you ready to end the relationship?
He says, unbeknownst to me, he says that he wants to settle down. We never talked about it. It had only been 8 weeks. It really put a lot of pressure on me because I had told him before how slow I wanted to go in this relationship, especially having not been in one for a long time.
Why did you put pressure on him when all you had to say was, that's not gonna happen? No, I don't wanna get married. No, I'm not ready to settle down.
I mean, look at his face, Your Honor. He's like as fragile as a toothpick. I tell him that. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
But if you didn't want to get married, you didn't know what was gonna happen to you. Why are you more worried about him than you?
Well, I tend to be a little absorbed in what other people are feeling. And so I was just,
You have to put much more emphasis and concern about it than somebody's feelings. And you're hurting their feelings for the moment, because if you marry somebody you don't want to be married, you're gonna hurt their feelings even worse.
correct, Your Honor. And I agree with that. And I told him I'd already expressed how I wasn't there yet. I wasn't ready for that.
So
I wasn't
then
at
you
that.
couldn't say that then?
I didn't say anything. I backed off. I told him I needed a little bit of space, that we need to, slow things down a lot. And then that's when he called me up one night and said, let's go to Felix. This will be real special, get real dolled up, which I know I should have put 2 and 2 together, but I thought that was a great moment to just end the relationship. Like, when we get there, end it in person, respectfully.
So that's what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking. I can go there, be cordial, and then I would just, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore.
That would have been kind of rude, don't you think?
A little bit.
Instead, the tables turned and he asked you to marry him.
Yes.
And then what did you do when he asked you to marry him?
Well, he didn't really get to that part because I was choking on the freaking ring that he put in the champagne glass.
This is interesting. Let me hear what you have to say, Mr. Riley.
How you doing, Your Honor? So we had met over a dating app, and then about a couple weeks went by, and after we were spending the night at each other's houses, going on many dates, I was sending flowers to her house and just give her that reassurance, because she did tell me that she was a little bit reluctant towards relationships and that she did not have the best past with it. So I was like, all right, let me not be too overbearing, but I also made sure I reassured her that I wanted her, only her, nobody but her.
How did you figure that out after 1 or 2 dates?
Her physical appearance, just mentally, we had a lot of the common interests.
What were the common interests?
We both like to work out, cycle. We go to the same run club.
The same what?
Run club.
Okay.
Go to the same run club. She likes to draw. I like to paint. all those different things.
Okay, but the only difference you had, you wanted to be married and settle down, and she didn't. When did you know that was a difference?
Just whenever I would talk to her and tell her about how much she intrigued me and how much I was into her, and she would kind of give me like a stiff arm, but I thought she was low-key trying to be like hard to get.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
You didn't see this in the glass?
It was a little bubbly, and I didn't look down at the glass. I just sort of picked it up and choked it.
So that must have thrown you for a loop when she started choking.
Yes, Your Honor.
And later,
The defendant's husband?
Yes, he comes around all the time.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
And what did he say?
He looked at the ornaments on the tree and he was like, those balls are hanging pretty low at my age. That looks familiar.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Katie Hamilton, who is suing Mitchell Riley for medical expenses.
So you all kept going out?
Yes, we kept going out. We were having dates. We were having movie nights. She would even call me late at night to come to her house.
So you were enjoying his company?
Yes, I was.
All right. You still though were apprehensive about marriage,
Yes, I was apprehensive.
but you were enjoying his company.
I enjoyed his company.
All
He's
right,
he's
go
great
on.
company, Your Honor.
So after that, Your Honor, we had a phone conversation, and she was telling me about her favorite movie is The Wedding Planner. And they were
The Wedding Planner?
Yes,
That's her favorite movie.
yes.
Your favorite movie is The Wedding Planner? So you must have some ideas and dreams about getting married then.
Yes, after a reasonable amount of time of getting to know somebody.
And you didn't think what it had been, 2 months?
8 weeks.
8 weeks, that's 2 months about. So you didn't think certainly wasn't enough time? Okay.
Absolutely not.
So you took her and you watched The Wedding Planner, and then what?
And then in my head, I just thought that since she had brought it back up, then that was meaning that she wanted us to take things to the next level. So I had told her later on that week to get dolled up, get dressed up, and that I would take her back out to her favorite restaurant.
And that's when you planned the proposal.
Yes.
Why'd you put the ring in the champagne glass?
It seemed romantic, Your Honor.
But you knew she had to drink out of the glass.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, what was the size of the ring? The size of those earrings in your ear?
I actually have it on me. Your
Oh,
Honor,
let me
for this.
see. Oh, you have it on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
The doctor was able to get it out?
No, I had to pass it.
Well, that's got it
Maybe you
out.
don't want to touch it then. Maybe you don't want to touch it then.
Well, come on, Will. They cleaned this in. You swallowed it and passed it through your bowels. Wow.
I'm surprised I don't have a hemorrhoid, Your Honor.
You may have had one that's gone. You didn't see this in the glass?
It was a little bubbly, and I didn't look down at the glass. I just sort of picked it up and choked it.
So that must have thrown you for a loop when she started choking.
Yes, Your Honor. She had started freaking out, and then I freaked out too because she legit, the glass was in her hand, and then next thing I knew, it was gone. So I started panicking. She was panicking. I asked her if she wanted to go to the hospital. She said she wanted to go to the emergency room. They said that they wouldn't have to do any type of major surgeries to her and that everything would just pass naturally. It passed naturally, and then I took her home. When I took
So
her.
it passed that night?
No, it didn't pass that night.
Oh.
Later on, it passed naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, they had told her that.
But they told her she could go on home
yes,
and release
they told
her.
her that she can go home.
How long did it take? A couple of days?
Yes. I was nervous because I didn't know well, first of all, after learning about the ring, I was especially nervous because what kind of metal do you have on this ring? Is it going to erode in my stomach? Am I going to have a puncture wound in my intestine? So I was a little nervous, yes.
How you gonna get all that from a ring in your stomach?
Because, I got the intestines and they curve and they zig and zag and I just,
Oh, okay.
I bought a squatty potty.
I think you got a little way out there in terms of your thinking. Right?
I've heard that before.
I don't know. It happens. You pass the ring. You give it back to him and told him, I don't want to be married.
Well, so he called me. He was persistent throughout the whole relationship. Persistent, calling me, texting me.
That's what you're supposed to be in a relationship is
No,
persistent.
not all day, every day.
You said you
Yes,
liked
you
it.
are.
I did. I liked hanging out with him. I didn't like my phone waking up to 3 messages. No one wants to do all that in the morning. I already run late to work,
Don't say no one wants to do that. A lot of people would love that.
Okay.
A lot of people would die for that.
which I understand. I do understand. And I told him that I was going to clean it off, get it professionally clean, and I would give
Right.
it back to him because
And that's what you did.
that's what I did. I put it in a box, put it in the mailbox, set it in his mailbox.
Sat it in his mailbox? Did you tell him you were breaking up?
Oh yes, when he had called and checked on me, I told him, you know, I don't want to be
She
in this
told me that she
relationship.
didn't want to have anything else to do with me, Your Honor, and she also told me that
That's
she wanted me to
putting a
pay
10
for
on
her
it.
hospital bill.
Ooh, that's a tough one right there. So you think he ought to pay for your hospital bill. Now, what do you want her to pay? Why are you countersuing?
Because I took the ring back to the jeweler, Your Honor, and I explained the situation to them, and they said because of the fact that the ring had to pass through her, it had lost its value.
You should have told him it passed through. You didn't have to tell him all that.
Thank you, Your Honor. And isn't that not a HIPAA violation?
All you had to say was you want to return the ring.
I'm just a truthful man, Your Honor. That's the
That's
only
not
thing.
me.
Truthfully
Look, the ring is clean. They won't take the ring back.
No, they were nice, Your Honor.
Well, it looks like you don't have a ring to give to somebody else. So you think she ought to pay you for the ring?
Yes, Your Honor, because it lost its value.
You
I can't
bought
do
a
nothing
ring
it.
for her. No, I'm not going to make her pay for the ring. You made the choice to buy a ring. It may have lost value, but you weren't going to have it. It was not going to be yours anyway, but now it's yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? But about this medical bill, as to your countersuit for $2,500, then I'm going to deny that, right? As to the medical bill for $1,200, I'm going to make each of you pay half. Half because you put the ring in the glass, and half because you put the ring in your stomach. You put the ring down your throat by chucking. Had you not done it in that manner, it may have been a different story. So my ruling is that each of you pay half for the medical bill, which is $1,200, so $600 each. Has the bill been paid?
Yes.
The defendant will reimburse the plaintiff $600. So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $600.
Well, obviously, I wanted you to pay the whole thing, but I'll take half.
If you had been upfront about everything, all this would have been alleviated.
Coming up,
Whether it's on the company grounds or even during a work-sponsored event.
Over a coffee mug.
I am not going to have you interrupt her.
Understood.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Stacy Childress versus Carla Marshall, you're suing Ms. Marshall for $1,500, alleging that she terminated your employment unfairly and you lost 2 weeks of pay. Defendant says you violated company policy and I had every right to terminate. Let me hear from you, Ms. Childress.
I worked at So Far So Good for just under a year as an assistant manager. I'm a painter by trade, but this job provided a steady income. In December, there was a holiday party that was given in the break room to employees. It was meant to be casual fun with music, food, and a Secret Santa game. When it was my turn to give my gift, it was a coffee mug. On the coffee mug, it said, "I hope Santa fills your stuffing." And yes, it was cheeky.
Fills your stuffing or stuffs your stocking?
Stuffs your stocking. Thank you for the correction. See, it wasn't cheeky. It wasn't vulgar. At no point did anyone approach me saying they complained about it. Less than 24 hours later, I got a notice from Carla that I was abruptly fired. And my employee agreement states that for termination requires written warnings and an opportunity to correct behavior, except in cases of theft, violence, or gross misconduct. My gift hardly rises to that level. Also, Carla's husband, Jim.
The defendant's husband?
Yes, he comes around all the time.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
And what did he say?
He said, he looked at the ornaments on the tree and he was like, "Those balls are hanging pretty low at my age. That looks familiar."
Now that's a
we
lie.
We laughed it off.
That's a lie.
We laughed it off.
He would never
You better
do something
watch your
like that.
husband because he comes around all the time.
He watches me.
He comes around all the time.
You were terminated. How'd you lose $1,500? How did you calculate that?
Because that was what I would get for 2 weeks of pay.
Coming up,
I hope you get a lot of gifts under the tree and that your stocking is full.
You get it?
Isn't that an interpretation?
That could be for some, but not for everyone, Your Honor.
Right.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Stacy Childress, who is suing Carla Marshall for unlawful termination.
All right, now it's your turn, and I see I have a sweater like me, huh?
Your Honor, I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous. All you're telling me is the facts and what happened, and then I'm going to make a ruling, so nothing to be nervous about.
I hired her because she had really good people skills. I run a business.
What type of business is it?
It's a furniture store.
Okay.
And I also make sure that the workplace and that my place of business is one that has some high standards, because I have a reputation to uphold. But that day in question at the company
Christmas party,
get-together,
right?
Yeah, the Christmas party. The gift that she chose to exchange, I just thought it was inappropriate.
So this was the gift where you said it was Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
It was Secret Santa.
So what is that? It's another phrase for it.
Sometimes they call it a white elephant gift.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
white
different
elephant
type
gift.
of game.
Right. Yeah.
This is a Secret Santa where you get to choose.
And don't tell the other
Yes.
person. It's supposed to be a secret,
It's a secret.
until you pass the gift
Correct.
out. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So now, what happened?
All my employees, they know what my standards are, including Miss Childress.
And what are your standards?
She signed.
So what
code of
specific
conduct.
standard did you think that
Yes.
she violated?
It was basically cause, that she was not supposed to have any type of material that is suggestive, whether it's on the company grounds or even during a work-sponsored event.
Over a
And-
coffee mug.
I am
Well-
not going to have you interrupt her.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right. Let me see this gift that's caused so much problem. Oh,
He
this
has no
mug?
pants.
This?
It's
He
like a
has
mini dress.
no pants.
So that's the gift that upset you so?
Yes, absolutely.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
I just feel as though knowing what she signed and knowing my standards.
What do you
this was
find offensive
inappropriate.
about that? Tell me.
It's very suggestive. I hope Santa stuffs your stocking without any pants on. To me, that's very suggestive.
I hope Santa stuffs your stocking means I hope you get a lot of gifts under the tree and that your stocking is full.
You get it.
Isn't that an interpretation?
That could be for some, but not for everyone, Your Honor.
Right.
And it's
My
not for
point
me.
exactly. That's why I do not interpret it as lewd, vulgar, offensive, because it's one of those in-betweens.
Your Honor.
I believe that this is not for cause. I think this one you could have given a warning. In the court's opinion, it did not rise to the level of offensive, vulgar, or conduct. It is one of those gray areas, and it could have been interpreted in either way. She could have at least been given a written notice and a written warning and maybe 2 weeks pay for termination for future. So I'm going to order that you pay her an additional 2 weeks pay. Such is the order of the court. And that would be how much?
That'll be $1,500.
Okay, judgment for the plaintiff.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,500.
All I have to say is you better watch your husband because he does really inappropriate things, and now that I'm not involved anymore,
Maybe it's you that's doing the inappropriate things. Based upon that mug? Yeah.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.